At long last, Midway Radio is back. It's your boy Carlos. This week, we're going to get right into it because we got Rico Cepeda. Wreck sick.
Yeah.
We still don't have our sound effects put back together, so there you go.
Salt or water, man. You'll start making some noise with your stomach.
just don't eat dinner and just put the microphone up to my stomach. Be like, welcome back. Actually, see, because we first met Rico when he photobombed episode like 65, I think it was, or 60, something like that. So he photobombed.
Oh, wow.
And we find out that he needs a little extra attention, so we invited him back.
Yeah.
Hello.
Was that the Most Def interview? Most Def interview? Yeah.
Good noise.
I missed that when I was out of town.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a really good interview.
Oh, hey, welcome to Midway Radio. It's a lot like YouTube. We all up in here.
Or like your ex.
We're like your ex, all up in your DMs. And we have a lot of DJs. DJs like DJ Sean Doe.
Sean Beasy.
Yo, what up, everybody?
Sean got fired from the dark room for stealing coasters.
What? Whatever Rico says tonight is a lie, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We also have the one and only Ryan Brockmeyer.
Ryan. Ooh, yeah.
Brian Rockmeyer.
What up?
That's Mr. Gibbs. I'm just joking.
You guys, Rico's here. Yeah, we're gonna have to stretch this one out. We're gonna be like, ugh. So what's good, man? What's been going on since last we saw you?
Man, lots of practicing some breakdancing moves and lots of I've been getting hit up a lot for just kind of like event organizing. So I'm gonna talk about that a little bit too.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's been busy, man. Been at the shop working, traveling. My brother got married. Shout out to Big Bean.
Nice.
He got married in Fort Lauderdale. It was dope. The dope.
What?
Nice.
Quick little shout out to Wendell Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Peace. Yo, Rico. So tell us how you got started in this little thing called hip hop, and like what's your discipline, and like tell us how you got started.
Discipline.
Yeah, what's your discipline, son?
That's it. Breaking started with my cousin Tommy Fresh Mess out in Waukegan. He's a DJ out there, but he's my old school homie. He's my old school. He showed me all that shit, DJing, breaking. Then I had I had my crew out in Joliet. They were heavily involved with DJing and graffiti. And man, we just went for it, man. We've Chucho and my cousin. I have another cousin, Turtle Nuts. That dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ask no questions. About that.
You can't call out your cousin Turtle Nuts and not explain. Something tells me he's not real fond of that nickname.
He earned it though. But yeah, breaking started with my cousin and my crew out in Joliet, Low Salary Bastards, LSB, and we just gravitated towards hip hop, man, because we saw some cats doing some graffiti, which are now some legends. Chucho Rodriguez, he was doing some murals and stuff down there in Joliet. But man, I saw him rock a pair of Pumas, and it was over with from there. Like, I gotta find out how to get these shoes because I saw them in the movies back in like the Beach Street era. Like, oh yeah.
What is it about Pumas that people that make hip hop folks gravitate towards them?
I think it was just like it was more of like a pop culture. That's just recognizable in the hip hop scene. Like, damn, you see a pair of Pumas, that's it. Like, you already know who this person is. Hey, you already know what they do or what they're into. What's happening, bro?
I still have more Pumas than I do any other shoe.
That's dope. When I went to college, I was walking down the strip, and I had on a pair of Pumas, fat laces, and the little hip hop crew that was there, like I walked up on them, and I'm like, "Yo, what up?" And they kind of looked at me. They looked me up and down, and they was like, "Yeah, you can walk with us." and if you ask J-Dot, because J-Dot was in that crew, because he's a year older than me, he was like, "We only accepted you because you had on like Pumas and fat laces." Like that was just like how we knew you was down. So I'm like, that's cool. So it is socially acceptable to wear Pumas. Yeah.
Unless you're wearing some Timberlands out here at the club, then you can't get in.
Chicago style Timberlands and Averex jacket.
Damn.
Like a
old school Philly pelt jacket.
4X Averex jacket, only from the West Side, son.
You had your starters Hoya's jacket. Or blue. Oh, you had Blue Devils jacket. Hey, what's up, dog? Ooh. Love it.
Did you have Rico, when you were breakdancing on a regular basis, did you have like your go-to outfit?
Oh yeah. We just had our regular ass jeans, some old crusty old Levi's with the knees all worn out and shit. My crew, my CBA crew, all the B-boys, we all just rock everything black, all black, white shoes. We were like ninjas, but it was dope though. That was my go-to fit. My black shirt. I had a black beanie. Smelled like Taste of Chicago. All the dirt, all the trash. Smelled so bad.
Smelled like fried foods and ketchup.
So were you practicing on your own as a shorty, like just doing your own thing before getting with a crew and doing other stuff, or how did that progress into?
I want to say breaking. I guess my mom's a dancer. My mom was she used to do traditional folklore dancing, and then my dad, he's a musician, so he's always playing bass, drums, whatever, guitar, whatever he was playing at the time. So I already had that little spark, that little creative dancing spark, and then I think it had to be. It was most definitely when my cousin Tom showed me Beat Street, and he used to bring his turntables and all his shit to my house in Joliet. And when he started baking in my living room, my brain just went. So he started showing me all this stuff, and that was it. I didn't really mess around with it. That was back in the 80s. But then I started messing around with breaking. 92, we started messing around. 92, 93 with some of the Joliet cats. But then 93, 94 is when we took it serious, and I found other guys that are interested in the same stuff. So, where they had cousins back in the day that were windbreakers or some kind of like floor masters or something.
Yeah.
Always something windy or floory. Or Rockies.
You were saying.
No,
you were saying. That's what you were saying.
No.
You mentioned TBA. What is TBA, and how did that get started?
TBA is Them Bad Apples. They're actually a 4 elements crew out in Aurora, Illinois. Started out back in the 80s, and currently Sam Cervantes, which is Rogue Run, TBA crew, SB. He's holding it down. He's been holding down the crew for a long time. And I think I didn't link up with them until maybe like 96, 97.
Yeah.
Because I was moving around a little bit. I'm from Joliet. Ooh, dang. There you go. That's what's up. Damn. Hey, play it. No.
Right.
Background music, dog. That's a good tape, dude. The Fallopian Scorpion. He's my.
Yep. What year was this?
I think that's like 97, 98.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the Scribble Jam era.
Yes.
So what did you hold up there, Ryan?
I held up them Bad Apples promo cassette.
CBA baby all day. Yeah. Hey, those guys, man, seriously, we used to go to parties like 30, 40 TBA members deep. But man, a bunch, I can't explain how much creativity is in that crew. Like they're just a sleeping giant. If they all form Voltron, it'd be crazy. Maker did a lot. He did good with that crew, holding that name up too. Shout out Maker, my man. Marco.
Definitely shout out Maker.
Yeah, that's our brother. We can't wait to get him on this show because he deserves to be. Maker's
he's your Eskimo brother?
Huh?
You said he's your Eskimo brother?
I did not say that. See?
Maker is my Eskimo brother. I'm gonna make a shirt like that.
I have a dope story to share about Maker, but I'll share that later. So yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. But Maker's dope.
Maker.
Yeah. So you said how long had the crew them Bad Apples been?
Oh man, they were under another name back in like the 80s, but 90s is when I hooked up with them, and that was damn. Everyone had their groups. It was like the DJs, they had like the B-boys, the Graph Heads, Surge, Nervy, Nim, Plus Rock, Rise. Shout out to Gar. We got Create. There was a lot of people in that crew, man, and they were just all from Aurora. They were just they're still talented, man. I mean, even like that tape you got, Ryan. That tape killer. There's so many little like inside little jokes in there. But
I haven't listened to it since probably 99, 2000, because that's when I kind of stopped listening to cassettes. So this is one that we need to digitize, though.
Oh yeah. The MCs, man, they're killer. Sarcasm. He needs to come back.
Yeah. Wow. Nostalgia.
Hey, the Fallopian Scorpion and Maker, they live together.
That's a crazy name, though.
The Fallopian Scorpion.
Like, I would like to be there for that interview. Like,
hey,
what does that mean, and how did you come up with that?
Yeah. Hey, Sean, I wish you would have been around back then, back in the 90s, man. Like, with just hang out. Oh, you know, man, even Sprite, Intel.
Yeah.
All these guys, they were TBA too.
Oh, yeah. Nice. I talked to Sprite. Sprite is definitely down.
Yeah.
Like, Sprite was one of Kiko and Sprite were one of the first like DJ crews that I like saw from Chicago that I looked up to. And Kiko is such a dope, like he's a dope DJ, but he's such a dope person. And like I think after they was winning all those battles, I think they moved. And like when I decided to become a DJ, like an outgoing DJ, he was probably one of the main reasons why I did it.
Oh
so,
yeah!
Shout out to Kiko and Sprite, man.
Pirate baby.
Yeah.
It
was so sick. So I like like when we first started this, like they were both DJs that I really, really, really wanted to get in touch with. And like I said, I just recently, maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, got in touch with Sprite, and he was just like, he's down to do it. So yeah,
Yo,
Flight of Pirates.
he's good. I heard through the grapevine he's gonna come out with a mixtape called Return to the Royal. Yeah, the Royal, baby. That place was crazy.
Yeah, if he, that would be super sick. That would be super
all
sick.
vinyl too.
Get out of here.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I know he's got some shit.
He's such a dope DJ, man. Like he's so well rounded too. Because I get like the remixes that he does for the newer stuff.
Yeah.
But I know like he kills any genre of music. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's super dope. And I didn't know he was in Bad Apple. So yeah, shout out to Kid Comas, right?
What's up, Parable?
Yep.
I didn't forget about that, dude.
So are you like you still break today?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be
man.
now. The guys are pissed at me right now. Shout out to Ram and AK for letting me practice with them on Mondays at Puzzle Box.
Nice.
I just be.
Why are they pissed at you?
Cause I don't be.
You there in your walker and shit like.
I'll be rolling on them scooters and partying.
Hey, that's a very good question. Now that you know, how many Dones pills do you take? Like if you practice on a Monday night, how many Dones pills do you got to take to make Tuesday a good day?
Oh, man, you know, please don't get old, people. Don't get old. No, I actually don't say you're an old school b-boy and then go back to trying to break again. You need lots of medication. I medicate myself pretty good. I don't take any pills or nothing like that. I just focus more towards eating some good shit and hanging out my little elephant.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, you ain't the only one. I know I told this story like maybe once before, but I was hanging out with Doug Inf at ILM, and he was DJing one of their parties, and there was a couple people that started trying to break dance and stuff. So I walked over to Doug and I was like, Doug, would you be able to serve these people up if they called you out? He goes, hell yeah. I won't be able to walk tomorrow, but I get them.
Yeah, Doug is the real b-boy on the real.
That's where I'm at right now in my brain. It's like, fuck, you know what? I can't stop doing this, man. It's like a reverse, because if I don't do it, then my body hurts.
Right.
But if I do it, then I'm good. Like I'm still flexible. I still got it. I still can do pretty much well, now that I've been practicing, I've been getting a lot of my moves back, and I'm actually I'm trying to count the weeks, and because I want to my boy Cross throws freestyle session. It's a huge breakdancing event, and it's a b-boy event, and they have everybody from around the world to basically go and battle it out. But I wanted to go there because this year they're having a 40 and up battle. And I'm like,
nice. Yo, make sure you let us know about that, because we definitely love to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, let's ride, dude. It's gonna be in San Diego this year. I think it's in November.
Yo, definitely.
Yo, we need to go. We need to do more stuff like that, man. Like DJs, b-boys, MC, everybody should, like, you know. TBA was jumping back to that real quick. TBA was such a you know, we had b-boys. We still have b-boys. We still have all the graph heads. We still have the MCs, and you know, it was just weird because the DJs used to hang out with the b-boys, and then the writers would hang out with the MCs, and it was bugged out because they'd be fucking writing rhymes and doing graph at the same time. Like, damn, this is crazy. But yeah, I missed doing that. That's one thing I did miss about doing with that cruise, was hanging out with like, that's why I like hanging out with Maker's punk ass when I go over there.
Is there do you see any difference between the times like 90s b-boying and now?
fuck yeah. It seems like I don't know. Maybe it's I don't remember. Well, are you speaking like overall, like in different states, or you just
Overall,
overall? Yeah, there's a huge change. Everybody's happy.
like everybody's happy now.
Now everybody's like, "Hey,
Okay.
I'll battle you," and it's not like it's not like I can't see. I want to see a straight up just cipher battle. Like none of this setup bullshit. I want to go back to like Alcatraz when people are playing house and shit, and then all of a sudden just somebody comes out of nowhere and just starts battling. Like fuck you.
How how does Chicago differ from other cities back in the in the 90s when kind of the overall culture kind of died down a little? I mean, there's always b-boys, there's always graffiti, there's always all the elements going on, but it seems like as a whole music took such a forefront in other cities back in the 90s, but Chicago always fucking kept it up with like everything.
Yeah, that I mean, it's just a different breed out here. Like that, even on the b-boy side of things, I don't really see too many people from Chicago that are like legendary, judging at some of these jams or like even the DJs. I'm surprised, man. Sprite blew the fuck up. Like, I mean, I'm not surprised he blew up, but I'm happy that he went out to LA and just killed it because that's we're able to hold it up. Like we're really, really aggressive when it comes to like the arts, I guess. But we also keep it to ourselves, which is, it's kind of weird, but I like it because we know, like if somebody from Chicago, oh yeah, I know who that is right away. Like they're just totally different from it. No matter if it's like DJs or even the artists out here, the graph heads out here, just. But yeah, I kind of like it separated, man. I don't know.
That's like a Chicago mentality, though. Like we're always separated and we're okay with it separated because that's just how Chicago is, you know. But it's dope that hip hop brings us together in our separation.
Get your big. You want to have a yoga practice at the Eagle place.
Oh, hey, that you might be onto something. We might be able to start like the first ever yoga cipher.
Oh,
people be like stretching out and shit. Be like, here, get this one, bow.
Oh man!
And then we get Mos Def on the pole. The noise comes out, break dancing, but like in a G-string.
I don't want to see. Man, I just saw Mos with his shirt on. I don't want to see. He really has 3 nipples, man. He really has 3 nipples. I mean, I don't know if that's something you want to see. Shout out to Mos' 3rd nipple.
Yeah. Hey, his street name is Trip Nip. Not Mos. The nipple. The nipple can freestyle like no other.
I thought cheese nips was the product. What do you think, Ryan? How do you see the Chicago hip hop scene out here? You like it? That's kind of separated from everybody?
I do, just because it makes it different than everybody else. It's like, it's like there's an East Coast, like even, we talked about this before. It's like East Coast is East Coast. Even if you're Jersey or you're, from Carolina, Massachusetts, like Boston area, like yeah, I'm not saying that it's all the exact same, but it's like you can tell East Coast shit, you can tell like West Coast shit, you can tell Southern shit. Chicago, it depends on what kind of the city you're from. It depends on who's intaking what from other parts of the country, and then we take it and then we spit it out as our own and add our own twist and flavor to it. So I think that's always been real dope for me.
Yeah, I went to I was talking to my brother over the weekend when we went to Florida. I'm like, damn, this club would just blow up if somebody played some juke right now. And he was like, juke, man, they will never play that shit out here. They don't understand it yet. That's just dope.
No, but what part of Florida do you go to?
I was in Florida, Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Oh, okay,
But
yeah.
Miami though, I know they're on that shit.
Yeah, Miami doesn't care. Miami just grabs people, chews them out, and spits them out when they're done. Boom. Miami will change your life. You be careful. The more you know. Doom, doom, doom. But then once you start getting into like Fort Lauderdale and like Orlando, stuff like that, they don't understand music. They don't. So you yeah.
Shout out to the Illbillies.
Yeah, it's true.
What up? What's up, Andrea? Andrea's in the house. What's up? Punk ass Debo's in the house.
Yeah.
My little brother, Big Tuda. My Duke's in there. Now I'm still thinking about that yoga at the Eagle. Let's do it, dog. Come on.
Sean be killing that yoga though.
I'll tell,
Sean is like, nah, I do hot yoga.
Do you do yoga?
No, I wish I did.
Yogi Do.
Yogi Do. I can hang with that name. Yogi Do.
Yo, that's pretty sick, dog. Who said that?
Look at, he's about to claim my sarcasm.
There you go, dog.
Yeah, no, it's over with. You gotta draw me as Yogi Do.
Yogi Do.
You be floating like this.
That's dope.
So, when I met you, Rico, I met you. You kind of ran. I don't know if you owned, but you ran a place called the Armory. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Armory. It was an extension of another shop in San Diego, and then it kind of branched out. We had one in Korea, and we had one in the UK, and we had one in Tokyo. He goes, John, what's up, John? It was our shop out here was an extension of their shops out there, but it was more of a hip hop shop. Sell records, shirts, stuff like that, videos, spin caps for all the b-boys and stuff. Breaking videos. I wanted the Chicago shop, like what you were saying, Ryan. It's always different. I turned mine into a skateboard shop where we sold like a lot of streetwear apparel, a lot of customized shoes. We had tons of skateboards. Man, we had a lot of stuff. We had a lot of paintings, like artwork for sale. We had a lot of stuff. A lot of b-boy videos, a lot of skateboard products. It was different. It was definitely different from the other stores that I went to in the spots. But yeah, that's how it was. I think I met a lot of people slanging some Rebel 8 and some of that Accomplice and all that shit. What'd you get? I know you got something. You got a discount too, because you were like, come on, man.
That's what I was like.
Come on, man. Let me get a skateboard out.
Yo, I still have Armory gear.
Oh, no shit.
Yep, I still do.
I still gotta find that Super Transfer shirt. It's down here somewhere.
That's my favorite shirt, the Super Transfer shirt.
Yo, we got bit. Yeah.
Like, so here's the thing. Like, I first saw it with you guys, and then like it was just the first Super Transfer shirt that I saw that I thought was super dope. I've seen some, like actually I've done one, but that Super Transfer shirt, it was just dope. It was the full length of the shirt, and it just represented Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So like I still have that shirt. I have the shirt with the green guy with the boombox.
Oh, the box head. Yeah.
Yeah. That and I have something else. I'm gonna go grab it and show it. Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's super crispy too. Like it's not even Yeah. Before the show's over.
I like that one. Yeah. No, that was crazy how that happened, because when I moved back from San Diego back in like 2006, was staying in Bridgeport. Yeah, I was staying in Bridge, right there on Ashton, Archer and Halstead, right across the street from the Orange Line. I was actually staying downstairs from Alex and Rex from the Champions, and I got an apartment there, not with them, but downstairs from them. And man, we were slinging. I was slinging those shirts at every. I was hustling the shit out of them shirts, man. Every block party, every street festival, even bars like in Joliet, all these crazy guys. You know what? You can definitely check this out. Here's something for you. If you are selling anything, clothes, elotes, whatever, the tamale guy, hey, you know about the tamale guy out here, man.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, the tamale guy just goes to the bar at a certain time, right? He always goes at like midnight. You could fucking sell anything to anybody at 12:30, 1 o'clock, or like right when the bars are about to close because everybody's hungry and shit. Like, oh, this is cool, man. You could sell anything to anybody at like 1:30, 2.
So you took heed from the tamale guy?
Yeah, I was the tamale guy of them shirts and fucking b-boy shit.
Respect.
Yeah, but I put a lot of work into that. So that's what that was, man. It was just a lot of work we put into the shop, and it ran for a good 3 years. And basically, you know, everybody came out, they supported, and a lot of the homies came out and supported. Yeah, it was a good time, man. I missed that shop, but got another shop now.
So what's the other shop?
Joe's Hair Studio. It's a barber shop. So I've been a barber. Yeah, it's dope. It's like it's not just a shop, but it's probably like one of the oldest Puerto Rican barbershops in Logan Square. They've been there for years. I know the original owner started it back in like '67. So it's coming up on the.
Are you Puerto Rican?
I'm not Puerto Rican, but that shop is definitely Puerto Rican. Everything. Yeah, everybody's in there.
So it's loud and everybody talks at the same time?
Yeah, they talking. Everybody's yelling and shit. Man, shut up. Yeah. Everybody's talking about some crazy shit in that barbershop, man. All the old school heads go in there. But it's pretty cool, man. I like it.
So how long you been doing that?
Cutting hair? I've been barbering for, man, since I was like 14, 15. Just cutting my brother's hair. And then, man, I just can't put those damn clips. That's another thing, man. It's barbering right now. Barbering to me right now is the same like breaking. If you stop doing it, you're gonna lose it. But then you're gonna get that itch and like, fuck, man, I want to go bust out a fade or some graphics or something. You know, but yeah, I got into that because my mom, she couldn't afford taking us to the barbershop every 2-3 weeks. That shit was expensive, even back then. So she got smart one day and says, "Look, I brought you this clippers from Kmart."
She's a problem solver.
Yeah, she solved that problem quick. She was an investor.
For your birthday, I got you some clippers.
You can use these every time I need you to. I was like, fuck, I hate this. I don't want to do it. Now now I want to barbershop. I've been barbershop. That place has been around since '67. They had their 50-year anniversary about 2 years ago. And
wow.
Yeah, I'm just glad I took over that place, man, because there's a lot of good energy in there, and the people that go in there are pretty awesome, and I get to hear all their crazy Joe's Hair Studio stories.
So where are you located?
3005 West Armitage, and Humboldt Boulevard, and we're on the west side of Humboldt Boulevard on Armitage.
Sweet.
So it's dope, man.
That's crazy. So you pretty much accidentally got into barbering.
Yeah. And everywhere I went, I was always taking my clippers with me. Like whether I was also a flight attendant for a couple of years, and you know, I used to live in San Diego, and over there, I just couldn't stop. I was just always cutting up my own shit and keeping clean all the time.
Yeah.
And then it turned into a little business over there because I got some of the guys at my job out there to get lined up and fades and get their beards all grafted out and shit. But pretty much everywhere I go, I would take my clippers with, and I knew it was a wrap because when I was doing the flight attendant gig, all the pilots and some of the flight attendants that I would work with, they're like, "Yo, I just saw you. How you so clean?" Like, it's because I was bringing my clippers with. So they wanted me to start cutting in the crew lounge, and then it just snowballed from there.
Wow, that's cool.
So, yeah.
How long were you out in San Diego?
7 years. I was there from 2000 to 99 to about 99 I think 2000 to about 2006. I came back over here.
Nice. How's the hip hop scene out there?
Dope, real dope. It's dope out there. Like there's a lot of the crews out there they're doing a lot of events right now. A lot of the DJs that came out from that way too are they blew up. So anybody that was, I think when I was out there like in 2000, it was pretty dope because then you saw the hip hop change. Like you got all the clubby stuff, all the no limit shit, and like it was a change. But all those guys that are out there DJing, everybody blew up. Like even like the B-boys for sure, they're doing a lot of traveling. Like I always see like that. Like they're like this. Like they're close knit for sure. San Diego's scene out there is pretty good.
And people forget that San Diego has a huge Navy population. A bunch of folks from everywhere that joined the Navy. They show up, they're stationed in San Diego, and now you got a bunch of folks from everywhere. And so it's not just like you've never heard the words, this dope ass hip hop album coming out of San Diego. You've never heard that. But people forget that everyone from San Diego is from somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true too. I ran into a lot of that when I was out there. But I want to shout out LPSD, Cross One, Sharpshooters, a lot of the B-boys at Calamities. Man, I got Fingers was staying with us. DJ Fingers was with us. Sweet Chuck, Charlie Rock. Damn, there's a lot of people out there. Man, you know what? To think about it, God, that shit out there it's a good scene, man. I'm trying to think like everybody that I fucked with out there in San Diego was, wow, they blew up. That's crazy. Saki had a crew out there. He's a big time graph head too. He's pretty well. Who else was from out there? Even like the graph scene was man, Zodak. Jeez, all the Wild Style guys, all the tribal streetwear guys. Shit, yeah, I was fucking with all those guys out there, man. It was pretty cool.
And everyone's in a good mood because the weather's beautiful all the time.
Yeah, you know what? Exactly. I didn't really feel like it was San Diego scene was definitely different from Chicago scene. They weren't really on some like some beefing shit or like some hater shit. Like those, it's a small community over there, and I'm really glad like I got to see everybody kind of connect. I mean, you know, everybody has their little beefs here and there, but
right.
As far as like the unity, the hip hop unity out there in San Diego it was good, man. It's still good too. It's really family for sure. And then
I believe, Doe was Shockwave in the Navy? Or was it the Army?
I don't remember.
I want to say Navy, but I could be wrong. But we have some good stories about him being in the military and just kind of lighting fools up and stuff. So I don't know. I was thinking that it was Navy, so I was wondering if he was out in San Diego at some point, as well. I don't know. I had to follow up with him on that. Shout out to Shockwave.
And that's something that Yeah, you just triggered a bunch of memories. Like when I was in the Army, even getting ready to go into basic training, when we would have our breaks, we would just be standing somewhere and you would see people like freestyling off of each other. And then what was crazy was it depended on who you were listening to and where they were from. Because you would get some of the guys from the South, they would have that slow, like rhythmic flow, and then you'd get the folks from New York who came in hot and heavy, just saying as many words as possible in the same amount of time. It was just really cool to see the different styles of battling, and then the drill sergeants would show up and cuss us out. So then that was that. But
I like that. I'm pretty sure everybody saw that video on Instagram where it's that drill instructor. He's just knocking the shit out of everybody. They're all standing up, just taking it like.
I missed that one.
Damn, you did
That's
trick me
crazy.
about the shit, man. Now I'm thinking about like b-boy crews out there too. Rock So Fresh, Play School. Damn, there was some Oceanside ones like Higher Dimension, Rhythm Bugs, San Diego. That's my homies. Those are my homies right there. Fuck, wow, you just Delivery Boys. Man, it's crazy to think back. Like, nobody really asked me any questions like this. This is crazy to hear these questions, and then I have to go back and like, damn, I really fucked with a lot of people. This is crazy, especially out here in Chicago, man. I can think back no matter if it was graffiti crews, MCs, TJs, or b-boys, I fucked with everybody out here for sure. This is crazy. Damn, I'm tripping right now.
I was in Chicago, so you're gone for 7 years. That's a significant amount of time. How was the Chicago scene different when you came back?
Motherfuckers were wearing makeup. I didn't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all.
So I kind of want to be. I'm like, who was wearing makeup?
that was gonna be my question. Like, wait.
Hey, man, there were, you know what? It was just, oh man, with my yeah, I can't, man.
Me wearing no makeup.
Me, hell nah. No makeup, no fake eyelashes. I ain't getting no duck lips, none of that shit.
Yeah.
No, there were, and I just, well, you know what? It was real grimy back. The '90s, definitely golden era hip hop, like for b-boy shits. It was. Then it started changing, like for sure, late '90s, '99, 2000s for sure. You know, everybody was wearing those fucking they were wearing like muscle tees and fucking flared out jeans and some kind of like, it had to be some Air Max or some shit. But it was I think 2000s is when it started changing. More newer crews started popping up out of nowhere, and I kind of missed I missed the 2000s era because I was out in San Diego breaking over there with all the West Coast guys. But it was, I can't say that the Chicago scene was behind back in the 2000s, because definitely we have a different style out here in Chicago. It is power style. We have power and we have style. So it's that back in them 2000s, I was seeing a lot of power style moves. Power style, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of, in the b-boy terminology, power moves is like flares and windmills and any type of like spinning move, 90s, 2000s, head spins, whatever. But the way that we were doing it out here in Chicago, well, that they were doing it out here in Chicago in the 2000s was pretty sick. So I missed that time because I didn't get to witness the change. I didn't get to witness the change fully. I've seen it through videos, and but the West Coast was definitely a little more advanced in power move than it was in Chicago. But they still it was just still two different styles. So I think 2000 was a good time too. But yeah, I don't know. When I came back, I was just like, I like the scene is still kind of it hasn't been broken into a little bit. It still has more to has room to grow. Back in the 2000s, when I like I said, I came back in 2006, so you could see there was kind of the same crews are Brickheads, Phase 2, Self-X, Chicago Tribe. Everybody was still here, and everybody was growing up. I kind of liked it. I liked it when I came back. I think it was pretty good.
With the exception of the makeup.
With the exception of the makeup. I didn't like that. Makeup's not going to make you better.
What's the most extreme not necessarily outfit and not even necessarily makeup, but maybe the combination of that mixed in with the atmosphere? Because, for example, like talking about being out in California and getting like super flossy and stuff like that, you always see these movies where these folks are like breakdancing in rain and there's like an electric storm in the background happening and all kinds of goofy stuff. Like, what's the most extreme situation you've been in that you've seen, whether or not you danced in it, that you saw?
Oh yeah, like the makeup thing was terrible. Terrible. Bad hair, bad makeup. I was like, oh damn, if you're gonna do it good at least, please. And the gear, everybody looked the same. But that style I think came out of maybe like Texas or maybe some Vegas. There was like B-boys out there, freak show and all, and they were more into like a more not grungy but a very dark look, maybe a very dark style.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was good. I just didn't. For them, it worked. But when I started seeing like a lot of the Chicago B-boys, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to slap this. Extremes, yeah. I mean, like you're getting people getting more creative, I guess, with their dance, like dancing in pools of water and shit like that, or putting these flares on their shoes and doing a bunch of air flares or whatever. I mean, it's cool, man. If you're, I don't know if it's a gimmick or whatever. I mean, maybe they're just trying some new shit with the visual arts, as far as like different lenses and some of the creations that a lot of the graphic designers are doing. Like you can even see like Coney Rock doing some crazy shit. Maybe they're doing it. Maybe the B-boys are find some of these digital artists and saying like, hey, I'm gonna do flares in the rain with this flares. I'm gonna do some windmills or some headspins with these fireworks going off or some shit. So let's videotape that shit and then we'll edit it and make it into like a cartoon or some crazy shit. But I don't know why people are doing it. I think it's it's good if they're doing it and they like it, then that's cool. I mean, I have my own perception of how I want people to see me when I dance, I guess. But I don't like doing all the gimmicky shit. It's cool, but it's not my cup of tea. I see a lot of Instagram shit too, which is it's kind of annoying me. Maybe because I'm a little older, but or maybe I don't. Maybe because I don't like videotaping myself when I'm dancing. I think I see a lot of people putting all their moves on social media now. Like, all right, I came up with this move first, and they'll do this crazy fucking like spin on your eyebrow and while they're like, there's a lot of extreme stuff on the internet right now, like, and I just can't understand why they're doing that. Is it to be famous and get all these likes? Because like for me, if I'm gonna be posting videos of myself breaking, I'm definitely not gonna put a new move up there just to say that I did it first. Like I would rather just do that shit in a battle, like a bigger competition, and when it happens, then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, this is great!" Like the the art of the surprise is not there right now. So everybody's kind of like looking like the same. And I definitely don't like that shit. And I think it's because everyone's watching, everyone's so eager to put their moves on social media, which is cool, which is fine. But man, like there's no surprise right now.
Yeah.
There's no surprise. I can't go to a cipher, or when I do go to ciphers, I don't really go out that much, but when I do go to a cipher, I don't see it. It kind of like, it's just watered down and doesn't look, to me, I'm not happy about that.
Was there any b-boy moves that you were that you'd like practice a bunch but then couldn't quite execute that you always wanted to?
Head spins, man. Head spins and 90s. 2000s I could do 2000s, but 90s I just,
which is crazy because not for anything. I mean, we've never met face to face, but like just looking at you, it looks like you got like a nice big base. You know what I mean? Look at, see, he head spin his hair clean off.
You can't talk to me unless you have one. Oh shit!
All right, Sean, come on, give us some stories.
Oh,
don't looks like he's ready to fall asleep.
No, I'm not. I'm
He's trying to think of some burns. That's what it is. I was watching Blackish the other day, and it was, yeah. See, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. That's Illa's show. Illa be eating his little Cheetos and shit. Like,
How did you get up with Illa and Mos?
Oh shit!
Yeah,
man. Yo, that shop, that shop in Albany, the Armory back, man. That brought a lot of people together, man. People that I haven't seen in a long time. But I got up with Mos and Illa because of Illa. I thought Illa was somebody. We were at this jam on the South Side, and I was slinging shirts over there and videos, and I thought Illa was somebody else. I thought Illa was Sec One from Chicago Tribe, and he's also a DJ. But I confused them, and I was like, "Yo, what's up, Sec? What's good?" And then he was like, Illa was like, "I ain't Sec, I'm Illa." I was like, "Oh, it's shit. This is bugging me out." But that's how we got together. And then Mos just came out. Oh, so then Mos came out the woodwork because me and Illa had been DJing pretty much all over the city. And when I had the Armory, and then we needed a third guy, and Illa was like, "Yo, I've been DJing with this other cat, Mos. You guys should meet up." And then after we met up at the shop, and everybody clicked so good that we actually had our own little version of a radio show, internet radio show. It was pretty cool. But yeah, every Sunday we would meet up at the shop and just go in on some records and some DJ shit and practice. So that's how I met Mos. I met him through the shop, through Illa.
And they never left.
And hey, Illa's upstairs right now. They're fucking
same internet ass radio show.
Oh, still
on a Yahoo ass station and shit.
More stale than like some Aldi bread. Yo. Yeah, no, but they're upstairs. They're chilling. I don't know. I think Mos is at the crib though, with his shirt off, looking at his.
That's nasty, bro.
You guys have to remember, he's a professional dancer.
Wait.
Dancing's all right. But man, yo, to answer your question from before about the bones, woo, I haven't broken any bones with this dance, but man, lately it's been pretty good to get back and start stretching out the muscles with a lot of these moves, because my body feels good. And then with the barbering, I pretty much have to keep training now, just because my body doesn't function without it. and I've been working out a lot too. Shout out to one of my trainer homeboys that I'm also actually trying to train him how to break. At the same time, he's training me with calisthenics. Ryan's punk ass over there at Paramount Physical Training, personal training on Armitage and Logan Square. But yeah, it's kind of cool to have that dude around because a lot of the stuff that he's doing, the movements or breaking movements, with all the workouts he's doing, push-up variations and some of these different kind of stretches, and maybe it kind of looks like footwork. So we're just one day just talking about like, hey, you know what? How about this? You teach me your exercise movements or your training movements, and I'll teach you how to break. And right now I'm pretty confident that I could teach anybody how to break, just because like I'm understanding more about. See, the older that I'm getting, the more I'm tuning into this art side. I'm using the other side of the brain to tap into like a lot of the hip hop shit and just breaking in general, man. I'm studying. I'm getting to know more about my body and like just the movements and even researching back and to where some of these movements come from. Like some of these breaking movements that you're doing definitely always they come from other sources, martial arts. My boy sent me a video the other day of like 1930s dance competitions that they had with all these, like kind of like the way that they're dancing looks like juke, like if somebody's doing actual footwork, which is crazy. I just saw it just the other day. Or like even with my group, I'm part of this traditional Aztec dance group. It's Kapuli Ocelot Siwakwat, and they're doing a lot of Aztec dancing. And I kind of saw this dance. I'm like, holy shit! This is something from the motherland, and they're doing like up rocks and just crazy top rocks and even like house movements when they dance, and that it shit just bugged me out. So right away I had to go like, I got to do this. But yeah, I got to meet up with them too, man. It's been a while since I practiced with them. But the more that you grow the more that you grow, the older that you grow, the more that you're understanding more of the dance, and it's kind of a good feeling, man, because that's what's keeping me from stopping. Is I'm learning more while I'm practicing too. So it's good to have a kind of like the I'm re-inspired again, basically.
Nice.
And I got all these outlets now to understand what I'm actually doing.
Have you thought about teaching then?
I would love to teach, man. I would love to teach. I actually I did a couple fill-in spots one time for a couple of the homies that have little dance studios. I would love to teach how to break. I actually am looking for a studio right now because I think that it's now that I'm reteaching myself. Like I'm basically took all my dance shit that I learned, I just scratched it. Like that's it. I'm not doing these moves anymore. So I scratched it, and I'm reteaching myself and my body how to do it the traditional way. You want to start out with, learn your chop rocks and then learn your foundational footwork, and then learn your power moves, and you have to reteach yourself. So it's faster for me to learn that way now that I understand it more. But as far as teaching, yeah, I would definitely love to teach, because I think I have the knowledge, and I know the steps now, and the terminology to actually just sit down with somebody and say like, all right, this is how we're going to do this. And I know how to explain it. So if somebody says, oh, I want to learn how to do a windmill, because that's what everybody wants to learn right off the bat, instead of doing footwork, I have to explain to them, all right, well, we can't do this yet because you don't understand that yet. So if we do it like this, I basically know a lot more about the dance now, and how to show it, and also how to teach it. And I think that's probably my next thing that I'm going to do for sure.
So basically, you got to get on your Mr. Miyagi shit, be teaching people how to paint the fence.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially like if you're a kid, well, we were all there. We didn't have anyone to teach us. I remember trying to spit on my head in the kitchen and bouncing off the refrigerator and shit. Like you could hurt yourself.
Yep. Yeah,
you start seeing that stuff on TV, and then you snap your neck, and then you're paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing too. Like I said, with the it is a hard thing to do, and I would like to. And right away, you see it, and you want to do it because you're watching all these videos and shit on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, YouTube. You want to do it right away, and it's because it's exciting. You're seeing these people just throwing themselves all over the place, and they want to. When they practice those movements, that's what kind of kills it too, though. At the same time, because they are practicing this guy's moves or this person's movement, and then they look exactly like them. So, but I think if you were to go back and have somebody teach the foundational shit first, and then they can go on with their style, then that's what's up. There's a lot of guys out here they're doing that too, and I big up. I shout them out too because they're just taking some good knowledge and using it. So that's good. But yeah, definitely if I found a studio, it's a wrap.
We've talked to a few people that have some spots that are doing outreach and teaching and stuff like that. I can't remember right offhand, but I think didn't Mose talk about having a spot?
Oh yeah. What is it? 1213?
1213. Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to Fact and them, most of them. But yeah, they're doing it. Yep. That's good. There's a couple spots. I mean, there's a couple spots like I know Wicked has a spot up north. I forgot what the name of it was.
On what you call
New Rhythm Art Center. That's what it is. And then Puzzle Box is doing some teaching. Dance Connection is doing some teaching. Firehouse.
Yeah.
They're doing some stuff. Like, and I don't even mind. I got a whole floor down here in the basement, dog. We could do some shit. I got all the equipment set up. Let's just do it. I'm ready to go.
That's it.
Yeah, he lives right around the corner too. So
send the membership sheet at the door and start popping.
Also, too, there's been a lot of people hitting me up lately, man, for like either, and I don't know what's going on, but I mean, it's dope. But I'm getting a lot of people asking me to teach them how to DJ or definitely how to break. And I like it, man. I feel like I'm here. I'm ready to kind of explore and jump into the whole teaching thing now, because if everyone's hitting me up for that, then why not give them what they want?
So it's cool that you say that, because so I'm not gonna name this school that I went to, but it's close to my house. And basically what they do is they teach arts to kids. And I went in there and I told them, I'm like, look, I said, you have everything else besides hip hop, and you could teach. There's 4 more classes that you can teach, or 5. You know what I mean? So we can bring people in, teach them these elements and maintain hip hop in this specific school. They talked to me. They was really like, they seemed to be interested, but they never got back with me. This school will not teach hip hop. I don't want to put them on blast because.
Well, I'll put them on blast. You text me and then I'll put them on blast.
But that just goes to show you, like, well, maybe if they can do a school for that, then we can do a school for hip hop.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And that's something that we need to get together as elders, or as people who want to teach. We need to get together. So I want to talk to you about this a little bit more too, because I think that, I mean, like, especially in our hood right now, it's super needed. So
yeah. Oh hell yeah, out here, yeah,
yeah,
definitely. And you know, it's when I talk about this area over here, right away people think something's crazy over here, right? Which it is, but it's not. It ain't like. I mean, shit. I've been here 2.5 years, dog. I haven't had no problems. Everybody's cool. But it's not only the area, but when people have when people hear, oh, we're gonna have hip hop classes, like it's still really not accepted out here, anyways. Everybody else is like, yo, they're loving it. Maybe we have to have a JB Pritzker sign a hip hop law or some shit. So like, yeah, you did weed, might as well do a class, hip hop. I really would like to. Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea, man. Because especially out here in this area, just hip hop in general, they're odd. The reason why people are not accepting it out here in this area, or maybe even the city, the whole city. I'm not sure, but I know there's a lot of people, a lot of different areas that it's okay. Like you got Rogers Park doing some shit, or you got like so even I bet you if Logan Square did a hip hop class, everybody'd be like, yay, yay. And then but yeah, out here, just the word hip hop, no matter what it is, it's looked down as a negative, because you got certain type of rappers out here, or whatever's on the radio. People still think whatever is on the radio is hip hop.
Right. I mean, then when you explain to them what it is, like you give them the rundown, like the definition, but they still don't get it. And it's just, I mean, we've been at this for 30, 40 years. Like, it seems like you guys, well, not you guys, but they would understand it as more than just what's popular, or more than just what's on the radio, So,
yeah. But you gotta understand too, like even social media, man, like all these people are zombies on their fucking phones, looking at all this stuff that's on social media, and most of it's just garbage, man. It's just keep your brain occupied for a couple hours while you're doing something stupid, and then you're gonna do something more stupid by listening to this bullshit. But it still goes back to the flashy stuff, cars, drugs, money. And then it's on the radio, or it's posted all over fucking social media with these rappers with crazy colored hair, rainbow hair, and fucking all these face tattoos doing some crazy shit. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing it wrong. Maybe that's I don't know. That's a tough one, because it's still it's accepted in some areas, but man, even in Chicago, it's just the funding, maybe it's the way the schools are being taught. But man, I would love to have to see some kind of change out here in this area too, not just Chicago.
I think it has a lot to do with just the misconception, because people believe what they see on TV all the damn time, and whenever you're talking about hip hop, you see like Lil Yachty and all these knuckleheads running around.
Lil Axe Wound.
Yeah.
My name's Lil Papercut.
And I mean, if you're into that type of thing, then more power to you, right? But if, and especially our generation and a little bit older, you're used to NWA and Pop That Coochie and all that stuff, and that stuff is still there. Like when we're listening to oldies, on hip hop oldies, that's the shit that we're going to be listening to, because that's what was out there. And then like when the next generation takes over, and again, if this is your thing, whatever, but you got these mumble rappers that aren't speaking clearly, and then you get the older generation who sees that, and they're like, man, we went from violence to stuff that I don't understand, And so the message gets confusing for them. So even when you try to educate folks about, listen, hip hop ain't about all that goofy stuff. Hip hop is about coming together, having a good time.
Yeah.
And it does, I mean, obviously it does take a turn, and you do have to brag about your car and all the girls and how much weed you smoke. We get it. But, you know, if you're trying to break into the understanding of the mainstream, there's a reputation that's already set. So folks, right when you say hip hop, folks turn you off. They stop listening.
Yeah. Yep, that's true, man. You know, a lot. I wish it was just promoted a little differently, man. Hip hop's not supposed to be corny, man. And
right.
Even like
yeah, I mean, you got some of these youngsters out here doing all this pop locking and spinning on their head and shit like that. But then you compare them to the people who don't want their kids to be into breakdancing, and those fat little bastards that play FIFA all day.
Hell yeah. Oh shit, we got DJ Dirty Chancleta in the building. Joe Big. Damn, dog, your hair's long.
DJ Dirty Chanks.
Oh, Dirty Chancleta.
Look at him. We get a tour. He's got lighting.
Oh shit, you gotta come to the basement, man.
See, now what you do is you get those lights and you wrap them around your ankles, and then you start doing like a little backspin. That'll be dramatic.
Look at Chancleta's hair, dog.
What up,
Yo.
Yo.
What's up?
What up?
What up? What up?
See, this is some more hip hop shit right here, man. We hanging out with graffiti writers, legends right now. Man.
Yo, Rico, did you ever write?
I did. Oh, I mean, I fucked with it. I can't. I don't want to call myself a writer.
For sure.
Just like I don't want to call myself a DJ or a b-boy. I just dabbed in. Writing, doing a little graph with my boy Omega. Shit.
What did you write?
I just wrote Rexic. Same thing.
Nice.
Yep. But then I think we went bonding too much in Elgin, me and my boy, and got burnt up real quick. I'm a suburb kid, man. We took hip hop shit serious out there.
Seriously.
Yeah. Now you got some.
That's the thing too, right? Because like, if you're in the suburbs, or even when we were talking about growing up in Rockford, trying to find hip hop shit to do in Rockford, like if you come into the city, people are gonna look at you like you're a punk. Like, oh, you're from Joliet. Oh, okay.
Hey,
okay.
Yo, that shit was serious, dog. That shit was real serious. We couldn't, there was a whole handful of us that were going, just the b-boys. We were a real small community with the b-boy shit. And coming out here to the city, they were like, hell no, no, hell no. What the fuck you? So that's why we had to go TVA strong 30, 40 deep, and
right.
Fucking all the gangbangers and shit out here would just fuck with it. They weren't fucking with us because there was just too many of us. But yeah, that's a whole nother shit to talk about, man. Because the suburb city beef was very good that we caught that heat, because if we didn't catch that heat from all the city cats, then we wouldn't challenge ourselves to be better.
Get better, yeah.
Yeah, and that was definite motivation from these guys. Shout out to like all the Chicago crews out here. Like I said, it's dope. Except for Igor's punk ass crew. Watch out, Big. Old Dirty Chocolate.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but that was definitely a good time, man. That 90s era with the suburb city beef and I would never change that, because that challenged a lot of artistic shit. DJ shit challenged all. Precise was killer. We had phase 2 TBA beef with the DJ shit, or with the MC shit. We had it with definitely with the B-boy shits. I can't stand those motherfuckers, but I love those motherfuckers. Oh, hear that? Somebody's capping.
Yo, I can hear it over here.
Hear that shit, Sean?
Yeah.
Somebody's capping, dog. That's what's up. Austin, baby. What's up?
Pop.
Blah, blah. Hip hop. They're blasting. Oh shit, they're double blasted. This is great. Damn, you catch it here first, live in Austin. My name is Rexing. Live.
That shit so we can make some beats.
Central. That's what's up. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's crazy because when we're doing the podcast, like normally, like when it's hot outside, I have the windows open, so I have to keep it on mute because either like it'll just go off like blah blah. They be like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's the hood." Like
it's the hood. The hood is dope.
Yeah, and I live right next to like a hospital, so it's always an ambulance coming. Yeah,
hip hop. That's
hip hop. That's hip hop, motherfucker.
That is hip hop.
It ain't hip hop, and then you wonder why it's not fully accepted in the mainstream. It's because we make beats out of shotguns and bullets flying.
Hey, what do you think about some of these? What do you think about some of the events though? Even like you know, I met you I met you guys at the Midway documentary over there at Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but what do you think about some of the events that are going on right now? As far as like, I haven't been to too many underground, you know, like local hip hop shows where they're like, well, I know Sub T still does it, but I don't know. It kind of changed. I'm still looking for the backpack MCs.
Oh, real quick, you guys, I don't know if we ever made mention to 606 getting the award for 20 years of hip hop service.
Yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago, so we didn't get the chance to do it on the show. So yes, peace out to Shadow and Annihilation, J Norm, all them, man.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
J Norm's crazy ass.
J Norm.
Yeah, and if you guys ever get a chance to see the hot mess that is Red Cup Radio, it's completely worth it. Them kids look like they are having a blast.
Those guys are crazy, dude.
Yeah, they are.
I always catch their little Instagram posts and shit. Like these motherfuckers. Wow.
Those dudes.
So Rico, you was asking about the hip hop events?
Yeah, I mean, how do you see? Because I know you. Especially you, Sean. I know you're still in this. You're still in the DJ scene out here. I mean, like, how do you see them now? Do you think they changed from back then, or like, are they corny now? Because
so here's the big thing about the events, like they're different now. Like the clubs don't accept. Like the clubs are totally different now. Like when you DJ in the clubs, you have to bring your own equipment. You know, a lot of these newer DJs are not really DJs. They go by the BPMs and they really don't have knowledge of the music. So these clubs are just accepting money that you know, like we wouldn't accept. Like, you know, we're older and seasoned and know the music versus, you know, a kid coming in just playing any random thing, you know? So that's different. But the scene as far as the MCs and them doing their own shows, I really think that it's a ripe, like it's pretty dope. Like if you can catch the right scene. Like these kids are doing like house parties, kind of like how we used to do.
Yeah.
And they're really monetizing, like, you know, we just throw one and it'd be hundreds of kids there. They're really capitalizing and money, like monetizing these parties.
Yeah.
And everybody will show up. And so I really think the culture is still there. It's just not what it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's just something new. So I don't hate on it. I don't think it's bad. I think it's actually dope. It's just different.
It's just different.
And it's necessary too, because again, like everyone's under the impression that anything hip hop has to do with violence and misogyny and all this stuff. Granted. But I mean, for example, what Prime just went through, like He used to be a battle rapper, and now he wants to be a politician.
Now he is a politician.
Yeah, he's the alderman now.
Right. But before, like when he was going through those struggles, like he was trying to make that move and trying to make that transition. And you have a kid who was successful in the hip hop scene in the city and actually educated himself and got to the point where he's running for office. So instead of actually looking at the fact that he made that move and made that transition and now he wants to make a difference, now everybody was talking shit about him and what he was saying in rap songs and stuff like that. Like, sorry, bro, that's the culture.
No one was saying Rhyme Fest.
Right too.
Yeah.
So it's weird that like we know what hip hop is, and I really think that hip hop, pun intended, primed.
Ew.
Wow, clever.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Smarty pants.
If he wasn't, he's a battle rapper. Like all he had to do was battle rap, dude. He's way too quick for Cat. You know what I'm saying? So that's hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need the record.
Oh,
Speaking of hip hoppers running for political office, did you guys see that Scarface is running for, I believe, city council down in Houston?
Oh,
Which
what you call it from wasn't it Black Eyed Peas? He was running for like president of the Dominican Republic or something.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'll do research real quick just to pull it up so I'm not talking lies.
But yeah, Brad Jordan for I think for city council.
Oh shit! Yeah,
But that got me thinking though. Like, I mean, I think dude's pretty damn intelligent. So like, you know, good luck. But I keep thinking of the battle that Prime fought with in different politics. It's not apples to apples, I know, but like Prime, you know, people coming after him for his past lyrics and stuff like that. That doesn't hold a candle to old Ghetto Boys and Scarface stuff if they decide to pull some of that stuff out.
So I got it a little bit wrong, but a little bit right. No, I got it a lot of it wrong. It was Wyclef Jean. Wyclef Jean was running for president of Haiti.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Please call 911.
John, since we're talking about politics, well, you know what, fellas? Since we're talking about politics and hip hop, you guys have politics in your certain categories of the arts that you're dealing with, like you know how, for example, you guys are making the documentary, right? Is there any politics in that? Because we definitely have politics in b-boy shit, and it's right now it's crazy.
Here's how we do politics. I'll let our fearless leader Ryan talk.
What a move! What a move!
Yeah.
I will say that we're not talking a ton. Well, I mean, I guess kind of we're talking hip hop politics, but like we're staying out of like hip hop beef, but we are talking about hip hop culture, obviously specifically in Chicago, as it relates to like political climate and what was going on in like the 80s and 90s and segregation and all that kind of stuff. So we're touching on that.
All right, then Sean, what about like DJ politics? Because I know there's groups out here that are just they're trying to run it, and a lot of other DJ groups are kind of like. So is that still like is it still a thing with the DJ groups? Because I mean, I got Illa, and I'm always hearing shit from Illa and Moses.
Yeah. So my big thing is I try to stay out of it as much as possible with my background as far as, you know, doing what I've done for All Natural Inc. and just the, you know, being with the Midway crew now. It's really kind of like I have to be on a higher level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I go out, like right now, like if I had a DJ crew, it's really me and Risky, you know, and it kind of like goes with what we're doing now. So yeah, but I fuck with Mose and Illa, you know what I'm saying? So like I have a family of DJs, so I don't worry about the other DJs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I still got my hip hop family, and all like most of them are DJ. SB1, even though people don't like how he does whatever he does, he still does it. I fucks with him.
I like that.
SP is
He's like somebody
always been like
people.
So yeah, fuck with SP. I fuck with Uncle L, Mosinilla. You know what I'm saying? You like I got a family, so I don't have to worry about it. And it's dope because a lot of the DJs that come from us are just so dope, and you can recognize them for that.
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine like how that's what I mean by like woo. Medication, baby. Gotta, the bones and get. It's crazy to think like, God damn, we fuck with some dope people, man.
Yeah,
dope people, and they don't, sometimes they don't get recognized in some light, but it doesn't even matter because they're just like, geez, from DJs, graph heads, even the b-boys, man. They're like, God damn, we mess with a lot of talented people out here, man.
And that's the big reason why we do, Midway Radio, the documentary. That's the reason why we're doing this, because we recognize that we are some dope cats that probably got overlooked, but you won't overlook us now, Yeah.
But that's the dope thing about it, though. I like the fact that we got overlooked, just because it still separates us from everybody. They just like when we were talking about earlier with the b-boy shit. Like, man, I'm kind of glad, there's no like celebrity b-boys from out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there is, but it's not like I got to get these guys for sure. I kind of like the still like the oh shit, I forgot about. I still like that shit. But there's still, but too, there's a lot of politics with b-boy shit, man. And
but to clarify, at least Midway's stance on it, we're trying to tell the story of Chicago.
Yeah.
Right. So quite honestly, we don't have time for folks that don't want to be on the documentary because someone else has been on the documentary.
Yeah.
Right. We're trying to stay as neutral as possible because we're trying to do a good job for all you guys.
Yeah.
Right. So like, if you're quick to jump on some goofy shit, like that doesn't help us at all. And by us, I mean Chicago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you want to wait till later, till the documentary's done, then you want to jump on some shit, then go ahead, feel free. But know that we're trying to do this for the Chicago culture.
Yeah.
And playing sides isn't going to get the story out. Isn't going to get the complete story out. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the complete story.
And at the end of the day, we're journalists. We're objective journalists. I mean, yeah, some of us came up, with whatever, with certain crews, or came up in hip hop. Like, we've got friends, but like at the end of the day, we're objective journalists trying to tell the story.
Yeah, that's dope.
And it's important to us that it's us. Again, us meaning folks from Chicago, because folks from even if you're from Indiana, you're not going to understand the passion that is that shit that's coming out of Chicago. You got to be in the thick of it. You got to be in your basement doing a goddamn radio show and you hear gunshots out the side, right?
Hey, we are in my basement.
Authentic. That's authentic. And that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to get everybody's story. We're trying to, and it's important to us because we love where the hell we're from.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. That being said, guys, should we we don't have the sound effects right now, but should we transition to a little this or that?
Boom, 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 boom. This or that. This or that. This or that. This or that. Rico Cepeda.
Man, I wish I coined that damn name. I wish I coined that shit, dude.
I know that dude, especially like right after, like when he hit it big. If you would have been able to like jump on his name and cashed a couple of them checks, how dope would that be,
Man,
boy?
sick.
People like, oh, Rico Suave. I'm like, okay.
See, and I
know he's doing backstroke in hundreds right now.
that goddamn name go one day without hearing that shit. Like, man, he made that one song, and that was it.
That's it. That's all you need. Hey, look at Snow.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, that fucking Informer song.
Yeah.
Everybody's bumping that shit.
And now they did the remix. Now there's another version out. Anyway, Rico, this or that. Fort Sheridan or Point Loma Naval Base?
Point Loma.
Man, get your ass out of here. Shit, and move the fuck out.
Yes. That was the reaction I was looking for.
This or that. Cutting hair or cutting records?
Ooh.
Fuck.
Did we mention that we're what is it? What do you say? Journalists? We're journalists.
Man.
Smooth. Cut this, cut that.
I think, man, damn you guys. I would say cutting hair because cutting records don't pay the bills. So. Cutting records don't pay the bills.
Fair enough.
Imagine if that day your mom would have came home with some turntables instead of some clippers. Boy.
Oh shit. Yeah, that would have been something else. Because I think my cousin Tom would have just stole it from me. But no, it would have been dope. That would have been dope. Because I think at that, if I would have been practicing from then, like I said, I don't really call myself a DJ. I'm a selector and I know how to blend. So
yeah,
and I like music and that's it. It don't matter what genre.
That's dope.
But yeah, if I would have got some turntables back then, I would have been on some other shit right now, for sure.
So I guess this is my this or that because Ryan kind of got me for my this or that. So good job, Ryan.
Now
So
you know how I feel when Risky does it to me.
Yeah.
Every other show.
To be fair, Risky doesn't stop talking, so he takes everyone's.
Yeah. So you were talking about how things were different when you got back. So what I want to say is this or that. So this is a bad this or that. So it's either makeup or kilts.
No, what the
fuck?
Because they came back.
History lesson.
When you came back, people was wearing kilts. That was the whole Kanye phase.
Kanye kilts.
I remember.
Yeah, looked like Rowdy Piper and shit. Rowdy Piper. Hey, he was the one that could pull that shit off.
Makeup or kilts?
Fuck. Man, you could take a kilt off. You can take makeup off.
It's a lot. Hey, it's a lot easier to take a kilt.
Oh man, you motherfucker, dog. Oh man, yeah, nah, man, kilt.
Word up.
Hey, here's another one. Who would you rather see in a kilt? Mo or Illa?
Oh.
You better say Illa because he upstairs.
Hey, he's I would poke my eyes out.
Hey, that motherfucker Illa's upstairs making some pozole with my mom. My dudes. Oh man, I would have to say oh man, I already seen Mose in the kilt, so I have to go back with Mose. At least he knows how to pull it off. Illa, that'd be some funny shit.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
Being said,
I got some shout outs. Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Before we take off, so here's the life of my other side of the brain. I set up my basement. I wanted to give a shout out to like the whoever's trying to get maintenance crew down here in my basement. It's actually I'm trying to turn my crib into like a Creation Station, man. So far we're there. I got my turntables down here. Well, this goes back to what I was telling you about. Like, so many people are asking me to teach them how to break or teach them how to spin. And I really want to do it, man. And that's kind of what I'm doing with the basement right now. It's like, this is you guys can come here and just bug out if you want to get some drawing done, or if you want to get we got everything here to record. It's my own little Nirvana, actually. So our Narnia, but it's pretty dope, man. Because
you just say Narnia?
No, yes, it's somebody called this the Narnia. Like, all right, but it's the Creation Station, man. It's my basement, so I'm kind of liking everybody coming down right now, and on the random, and just like, hey, man, let me spin. Or
you let us know when you get good internet down there.
Oh shit, yeah. I think also too. So since everything's been coming out the woodworks, like I said, everyone's certain things want me to help them out, do certain things, even like event coordinating or entrepreneurship and trying to figure out how to run shops or whatever. People can definitely hit me up on my social media sites and ask away, man. I'm not going to turn anybody away if they want to know what's going on. And I'm also myself has been getting a little creative with like making music with Illa and producing more. And so he's showing me the ropes on that. And so that's another thing we got a lot of music we've been working on. So that's why I wanted to talk to Sean about, making some albums and shit like that, or make some mixes or whatever. But working on a lot of music right now, man. And that's another thing that's been kind of like getting me just motivated to keep doing more shit. And even photography too. I've been fucking around with a little bit of photography and with my with the other homies, Rex and Alex. So I've been dabbing in that. Hopefully maybe I can pick your guys' brain on video work. And then as far as like the crews go, I think me and myself and DJ Dirty Chunkleta, we have so we've been working on a lot of mixes lately. So that we're definitely going to be putting out some of that stuff online pretty soon. And breaking wise goes, well, actually, and then one more thing too, we're doing a rooftop party in Logan Square, right next to the shop, 3021 West Armitage on the nice. Armitage rooftops. We're going to be spinning up there just for 4th of July. Check out some fireworks and stuff. But the big thing that I'm working on right now too is I'm helping out be a coordinator for an event out in Aurora called On the Wall, and they've been doing that for maybe about 5 or 6 years now with another organization called Culture Stock. And shout out to Nicole Marie. We've been talking lately. She wants me to help organize. Well, I'm helping organize the event, the B-Boy portion of the event. They're going to have it downtown Aurora, and that's going to be September 1st. And right now they're just getting everything set up as far as location. So it is downtown Chicago. It's by where Rogue One, I believe, painted the angel wings. And so I'm gonna get a little bit more info on that. And we also started a GoFundMe page, so that way this year I want to make the B-Boy portion of the event like solid. So since I haven't thrown too many events lately, I've thrown a lot of events, but I kind of took put some of that stuff on the back burner, so focus on other things like the shop, the DJ, and shit breaking. But I want to I'm going to come back and help do this one just because it's my crew, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for the Aurora community, and it's also TVA's 30-year anniversary of the crew, and it'll be cool. So we started a GoFundMe.
Where can people find that?
That could be found on, let me see. I want to give you the exact. You could definitely go on to GoFundMe and then type up support Aurora's Urban Arts Festival. with Support Aurora's Urban Arts Festival. Go ahead and look that up. And we're taking donations. We opened it up today, and we're trying to reach a goal because I kind of want to make it grassroots. Like some of the jams out here are corny. I don't want to name anybody's names because they're gonna get all butthurt right now. But yeah, I think I want to go back and start throwing little b-boy jams here and there in the city. And when Aurora just hit me up and Nicole hit me up, I kind of wanted to. I was gung ho for it for sure because I really want them to grow. And since I'm more of a suburb b-boy, I would like to do more grassroots shit and see if we can get like more suburb community people to help us fund the events and show that hip hop's actually a positive. And since they've been doing on the wall for a while, this one should be pretty good. I want to get some. Let me try to see if I can get some more some celebrity DJs and maybe like some guest b-boy judges from other states and shit like that. See how that's gonna work out. And then maybe even brainstorm a little bit on making a kids battle, an adult battle, 18 up battle, and then maybe even throwing maybe a little all style in there, just because you can't. I don't want to make it just strictly hip hop shit. I think doing like all style battle because there's a lot of kids there that are seeing different things and they want to try some new shit. So I'm gonna see if I could talk to the committee and maybe we get an all style battle in there. Throw some different music out there. It doesn't necessarily have to be all hip hop all day, but we'll see what happens, man. Shout out to Culture Stock, them Bad Apples, and shout out to all the suburb crews, Self-X, Low Salary. Thank you, Chicago Tribe, for like I said, letting me practice with them since I'm out here in the city. Man, TBA of course, and see what's gonna go on. But yeah, like I said, September 1st is a Sunday in Aurora. They're gonna be doing the Aurora Street Festival, Urban Street Festival out there, September 1st once again. And look for more info on the Lift Aurora organization site on Facebook, or you can also check out Culture Stock on Facebook and see when some more information comes out.
Dope. And send that along to us as well as you get that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, they're just barely setting everything up, so they got everybody, Sam and Beto, and Nicole, and they're just now starting to organize it. Now, I'm kind of good. I'm happy that it's in September because the problem that they were having before with there wasn't really a problem. It was just there was like dates that were conflicting. The city folks do the Eagle battle for the Eagle out here, and then the Aurora Cats do that the same day. People want to go to both if they can, so I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, shout out to Midway member B-Boy B. Shout out to Flash.
B-Boy B, Flash. What's up, Flash? We fuck with some dope ass people, man. For sure.
We really do.
Yeah,
we really do. If people are looking for you personally, where can they check you or your business, or where can they find info on you?
If they want to find me, they can go on. I'm using Instagram a lot. I'm trying to stay off of Facebook just because it's I don't know. Instagram, Facebook owns them too. So, but I've been doing more Instagram. So they can find me at Rexick, REKSICK, on Instagram, or they can find me on Facebook under the Rico Cepeda or Rexick. They can find me that way. But like I said, I kind of stay away from Facebook just because I don't want to see who's washing clothes and who's cooking. But yeah, Instagram is my thing. So REKSICK on Instagram. That's where you can find me. And at business, you can find me at joeshairstudio.com, Joe's Hair Studio on Instagram, and Joe's Hair Studio on Facebook as well. Or you can just I'll be bang this shit over here.
Sean Doe.
Yo.
Yo.
if you want to find me, you can find me on Twitter at DJ SEANDOE and Instagram, same thing at DJ SEANDOE. And you can find me on Facebook under my name, Rasan Shondo Hawkins. This weekend, I am at 95th Street from 4 to 7, I think. So if you are passing by the red line through 95th Street Station, I'll be DJing at that station there in 95th Street. So,
dope.
Out there,
hey, what up?
Amazing.
Dope. Carlos Gomez, Coconut Justice.
Right. I am not completely done. However, if you go to coconutjustice.com, Coconut Justice everywhere else. Actually, I'm going to do it like this. Listen, if you are, I'm talking directly to you guys. If you are an artist, I'm talking to you. If you're an artist and you're looking for some dope ass art stuff, let that focus. Come on, get it together. YouTube.com/Coconut Justice. I have a thing that's happening. I just made my lens all dirty, but there's this thing called the Sketch Wallet. Bam. And basically it's a wallet with a sketchbook built in. If you go to youtube.com/Coconut Justice and look for my latest video where I'm actually talking about this, I'm giving this one away, and I have a few more too. All you have to do is subscribe and leave a comment on the video where I'm talking about this. That's it.
That's cool, man. And all guests of today's show will also receive a sketch wallet.
I wish I had it. I wish I had it like that. Not yet. Almost.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, do that. Oh, and also, I'm not done with this yet either. However, if you find me on Instagram tomorrow, you're going to see a completed version of this bad boy. Bam!
Dang.
And stuff. Yeah. And I was gonna put a little message on here. I was gonna fuck with you just a little bit more. On the sketch, it says, "I used to break dance, but it hurts."
Hell yeah. That shit hurt. You got to be dedicated to that shit. Good job.
So yeah, I'll finish this up and I'll send it over to you.
That's dope. I used to break dance, but it hurts. For real.
Awesome. You can find me at 278 Media on Twitter and Instagram. The number is 278 and Media. Quick shout out to some of those that are watching the show tonight. We got Wendell Scott, we got Therapy, we got DJ Ron. I'm sure Bangles is out there somewhere. Midway, of course. Check us out. Midway Doc across the board. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. I guess across the board. And.com. So yeah.
Boom. That's all we got.
That's it. That's all we got. Oh, look at Illa just bought a shoe cleaner.
You bought a shoe cleaner because you got dirty chanclas in there.
Yeah. Look at who's all.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at it. No wonder you guys are making food upstairs. You guys are going to be hungry in about 5 minutes.
I'm telling you, dog, this is medication. I'm
I got cataracts.
Hey, look, this is medication too, right here. Yeah. I had to get beat.
You wasted it too because Risky's not here.
Sean Doe, do you want to tell them who our guest is next week?
Our guest next week is a guest that we should have had But no, our guest next week is
Kanye West.
What?
Kanye East.
Our guest next week is Audacity.
Damn.
The King himself.
We're gonna try Audacity after having some technical issues a couple weeks ago. So
yeah, Audacity will be here next week. It'll be cool.
Audacity is the dude. He's funny.
Yeah.
Waffle King.
Cool. Rexic, thank you so much for being on.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
And playing along. This is fun. And everybody else, check out Midway. Check out everything else that we've been talking about. And we will see you next week with Audacity.
Yeah. Insert hand clap sound effect here.
That's right.